Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's June 10th, 2025. This was yesterday looking out towards the Pioneer Mountains with some of those building thunderstorms. You can kind of see that anvil building over to the upper right there. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we also do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. The next couple of days, we're going to have isolated to scattered rain and thunder showers. The thunder showers are going to get progressively worse tomorrow. To this afternoon is just going to seem similar to yesterday. We're going to have one or two, mostly in the Pioneers and to the east, but tomorrow is going to be a little bit more defined towards the whole area of the Central Mountains. Today will be also that last kind of warm day before we knock the temperatures 5 to 10 degrees for the next few days. All right, and looking around, it's quite warm this morning. We are in the 50s in the Wood River Valley, in the 40s in the Sawtooth, and mountaintops are pretty warm as well. All right, so we have a couple different tropical storms in the bottom right. Barbara is this one over here. And we have some incoming moisture today, more moisture over to the west. Let me just draw that out real quick. So this is today's moisture that's going to help fuel those afternoon thunderstorms. But there's this trough system here that's going to be coming through, and that's going to be our second storm maker for tomorrow. And again, what we need for thunderstorms to happen, we need some surface moisture, so that we're going to get that today. We need an unstable atmosphere, so that's warm, moist air getting pushed up by something, which is we need like a lifting mechanism for that, or trigger. Triggers can be cold fronts, mountain updrafts, or surface heating. So we're going to get some surface heating today with those warmer temperatures. And the last thing we need for more severe activity is wind shear. So that's change in wind speed with altitude, which can be measured with some different values. We'll take a look at that now. And we're in marginal risk for those thunderstorms for tomorrow. And what is going to be the trigger for this, let's kind of play this through for tomorrow, is this little shortwave trough, that this little bend here is going to be the trigger for that more significant weather to impact us tomorrow. And so that's going to be starting to move in tonight into tomorrow. So we'll see some of that activity pick up this afternoon. And looking at the Doppler rate, or the HER forecast, you can see right around 2 o'clock, we start to see those pop-up showers. Those are going to be mostly to the Boulders, Pioneers to the east. And then it's going to start building. You can see as that shortwave trough moves through, there's all four of those components going to be bringing in more thunderstorm activity. And that'll be mostly happening through the night over in the Sawtooth range. So Sawtooth and northern edge of Stanley, you're going to pick up some overnight thunderstorms, and those are going to roll into tomorrow, where it becomes a little bit more widespread. You can see lots of shower activity in the Wood River Valley, and then when we might have a couple of clearings, it's going to help with that surface heating and help those thunderstorms build in magnitude. And you can see that band right here that's going to be happening tomorrow afternoon. Lots of little red. This brown spot here, that's going to be real severe. You're going to have hail in spots like that. Gusty outflow winds. Those are the winds that come up and over the top of the thunderstorm and come out in front of it. So when you feel those winds ahead of the thunder, those are going to be an indicator of being ahead of the thunderstorm. So be heads up when you're out in the mountains tomorrow. Definitely going to see some lightning and hear some thunder. And this is just showing how where chances are of having that happens in the 80 to 90% range, which is pretty high, especially for this time of year. Okay, so one of those four ingredients is CAPE. So CAPE is convective available potential energy. It's measured in joules per kilogram. So generally, when you see 750 plus, that's a good indicator that you're going to have enough energy to fire off some thunderstorms. So you can see that we're getting into the thousands west of us. So that's going to be another good trigger to have those things pop up, and once they hit the mountains, you're going to have that uplift continuing, orographic lift to push that warm, moist air up into the sky and keep those thunderstorms building up and over the central mountains. So tomorrow should be a more active day compared to normal. And other things that we got going on is we got two tropical storms in the eastern Pacific off of the coast of Mexico. Those are going to eventually make their way up the coast, but not build in strength, and they're going to just get kind of absorbed into the flow, and yeah, maybe not be so much of an issue. All right, looking at rainfall amounts, today it's going to be fairly similar to yesterday, where maybe picked up like a tenth of an inch in the mountain, just a few hundreds of an inch with those passing showers. Picks up a little bit more tonight, and then tomorrow is kind of like the big rainmaker, especially for what we've had this season. We could see up to a half inch tomorrow in places, but generally 2 to 3/10 of an inch, and that's going to roll into Wednesday evening. So playing this forward, let's back this up a little bit. Yeah, so playing this through Thursday, Wood River Valley is going to see a couple tenths of an inch. The mountains, the Pioneer Mountains, could see up to 6/10 of an inch, and you can see there's a couple different like shades of blue. Those are going to be where those more severe thunderstorms are going to go through, and we're going to have those heavy downpours. One thing to keep in mind, the Wapiti fire could have some flooding from those burn scars with this rapid rainfall could trigger some mudslides. They weren't really, Boise National Weather Service kind of made mention of that, but I didn't really see that in other places. So it kind of all depends on where that storm is directly overhead. But if we do squeeze out more moisture out of this in the sawtooth, that could definitely be a possibility. All right, I think that's all I got for today.